Another welcome to Prime Sports with me, Razak Musbau. Let's start off with the quarters of the Ghana Football Association, and they have launched the maiden edition of the Futsal Premier League. The event, which took place at the Secretariat of the Association, will see 16 clubs participate in the maiden edition of the tournament. My colleague Kwame Benaya has more in the following report.
Futsal is a FIFA-recognized sport which began in Uruguay in the 1930s and has since grown to become an endeared sport played in most countries across the world. The game, which has also gained popularity among the youth in Ghana, had not had a professional league to coordinate and regularize its play. Speaking at the launch, President of the Ghana Football Association, Kurt Okureku, revealed the association will continue to invest in futsal football and give life and hope to the industry players despite the enormous challenges that confront the sport.
Because we believe in teamwork, because we are working as a team, we believe, and he believes, that we'll go through the challenges one by one as we travel along in our attempt to build an industry for lovers of futsal football. We may not have the best of pitches, we may not have the best of balls, but the journey starts today. And slowly and gradually, we will invest in the sport, and the sport will give life and hope to many people in this country.
Chairman of the committee for the league, Mr. Nathaniel Markwei-Colley, also assured of his commitment to organizing an exciting and successful competition.
We've all been dreaming about this day, and we've seen it. I would like to assure everyone here that our teams are ready. We played the FA Cup last year, and since then, the quest to play against each other has been there. We have been waiting, and thank God, today we are adoring the league. We are going to give you an exciting and fun-filled competition. I can promise you that, because we are well prepared, everything is in place, and the teams are also been given some mouth-watering deals. Once again, kudos to the current administration. They've done a yeoman's job.
The sport is a football-based game played on a hard court like a basketball court, smaller than the football pitch, and mainly indoors. It has similarities to a five-a-side football and indoor football. Futsal is played between two teams of 5 players each, one of whom is the goalkeeper. Unlimited substitutions are permitted. Unlike some other form of indoor football, it is played on a hard court surface marked by lines. Walls or boards are not used. It is played with a smaller, harder, lower bounce ball than football.
Now, head coach of the Black Queens, Nora Hapto, has lauded the side following their impressive win over Senegal in the double-header international friendly that took place on Saturday and Tuesday, respectively. The Black Queens defeated the Senegalese counterpart 3-0 on Saturday and 1-0 on Tuesday. She's been speaking following that game.
At the same. Yes, it was a completely different game today than it was on Saturday. Saturday we had a lot of dominance in ball possession. We scored then in the first half 3 goals. Today our ball possession was not rolling so smoothly. It was a bit a working victory, I would say. This happens sometimes also in football, that things are not rolling the way you want, but then it's very important that we bring a lot of mentality also on the pitch, that we hang in, we try to also bring from the bench new strengths, and I think all in the end we deserve this victory. We also need to give the respect to Senegal. I mean, they just fight physically whatever they can. They hit, you know, the netto playing time in the last game was maybe 40 minutes. So they take then the time on the ground and try to disturb our game. I think we had the patience also, and we knew that we have quality, and in the end sometimes you play not so beautiful, but you still win, and this is also a very big quality.
Now to some cycling, where the maiden edition of the Black Ride Bike Cycling Tour is set to come off in Ghana, and we have the opportunity of having the organizers of that very exciting, tour here in the studios with me. And I have in the studio with me Tosi and Madam Vida. Thank you very much. Black Africa Bike Ride, or is it bikes, music, Black Unity Bike? Tell me, what is it really about?
It's about getting more black people on bikes, taking care of their well-being, and uniting and coming together as a community.
So Black Unity Bike Ride, Black. So trying to get the Black community united and to, it's quite an interesting. So how long have you been,
We started in 2020 after the COVID.
The COVID, wow.
Yeah, so a lot of people were stuck in their house. They weren't able to do exercise. So it was able to inspire a lot of people to use their bike as their opportunity to stay healthy. And from there, it's just grown.
Oh, interesting. I also have Madame Vida, who is also the head of an organization who does something similar in Ghana. Talk to me about your organization too.
Okay. My name is Vida Juliet Vivier.
Okay.
I'm into female cycling development project in Asojaman district.
Okay.
I train girls. We do competitive cycling race, which we call grass track cycling. I've been bringing them to Accra also to participate in the road race bicycle. So that's what I do.
No, interesting. Yeah, interesting. So you are based in Ghana, and you've been introducing the girls to cycling and using that to even, also empower the girls to, in some respect.
Yes.
Interesting. Then the two of you decided to collaborate and to come up with something very interesting. Talk to me about that, Tosi.
Yeah, so we're bringing 20 of us from the UK, some from the States, some from the Middle East, to ride 500 kilometers across southern Ghana.
500 kilometers, that's quite a lot.
It's a fair amount, and we're doing it to raise money for Vida's program, to support those young women that want to get into cycling. So we've set ourselves a fundraising target. We set off this weekend from Accra out to Cape Coast and a few other different locations in 4 days.
Interesting. So all of this has been put together to try and support your organization.
Yes.
I mean, how did you get this collaboration through?
I got this collaboration through Cookie.
Okay.
Yeah, Cookie, they came to my organization, that was 2019.
Okay.
Through that, I have a good relationship with Cookie. So last year, he informed me about BUB riders, that they will be coming to me this year. So all along, I'm looking forward to receive them. So I am here to receive them.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Let's talk about your organization and the girls. How many girls do you have there?
Now, I have 20 now. Formerly, I have more than them, but a lot of them have terminated their cycling sports career. Yes. So I believe through this, they will come back.
They'll come more.
Yes, I'll have more.
And then how has the experience been trying to get girls into cycling?
It is very difficult to get girls into cycling. I may say myself, I am a cyclist.
Okay.
I rode from Jessica to Accra.
Wow.
At the age of 21. That was 1990.
That's a long journey, just to come to Accra. That's a long.
yes.
Even sitting using a vehicle is a very long journey, tiresome journey.
So I communicate with girls in the community, talk to them, invite them, then I train them into cycling. Yes, and cycling and repairing. It is very difficult in Ghana because a lot of people don't understand the importance of cycling. And I may say, cycling make me who I am today. Cycling make me that I can talk to people. Formerly, I can't interact with people. I feel shy to do that. But as I have put myself into cycling, now I can interact with people. Yeah, because of that, I have met a lot of people that came to my way. So through that, I communicate with the girls. I beg them because they don't know the importance, but now they are
So you're trying to help them understand that there is opportunities in cycling.
In cycling.
And it does appear
both health, education, and money making. You can make sports, cycling sports, to get money like football. In Ghana, they only know football as a sport. I'm trying through Cookie, I'm trying for everybody to understand that you can make money out of cycling also.
Is there any reason you decided to focus on just women and not maybe add some boys to it?
Yes, I focus only women because in Africa, or especially Ghana, they don't care for we girls. You understand? You see men doing their own, and then when girls started, they started giving that girl name, stubborn, and all those things, because I have experienced such things. But my parents, they encouraged me, so I got into it. I'm into bicycle repairing too. Yes, because Ghana, you cannot say that you are a repairer or a cyclist. They will laugh at you. But I know what I am getting out of cycling, so I'm trying to put a lot of girls.
To get more girls into it. I mean, let me come back to you, Tosu, because you spoke about that you're going to do 500 kilometers across several cities in the country. First of all, and you mentioned that some 20 people are going to come across the world to participate in this very activity. First of all, ultimately, what do you intend to achieve with this? You're going to get the money, hopefully. You're going to give it to them. What do you hope the money will do for the organization?
Yeah, because VIDA's program, as she said, is a grassroots organization, right? So it's very limited resources that are available. We have a community in the UK that loves cycling, that have a passion for Africa. You know, many of them are from the African diaspora. It'll be their first time in Africa, first time in Ghana. So many of the people that are taking part are really excited about coming, and they're really excited about supporting a program like VIDA. So for us, it's that benefit of knowing that we're supporting future generations, and we're also reflecting that attitude of Pan-Africanism as well, which is something that's really important to us as a community.
Very, very interesting point there. But then let's talk about participation. Is there any way people can participate, and who is qualified to actually take part in this tour?
So in regards to the tour itself, it's a limited number. So we've partnered with organizations in Ghana, because we can't do it without partnership. So we've partnered with Gladiator Cycling Club, who are Accra-based cycling club. We've also partnered with Blast Tours, which is a Ghana-based tourist organization. So the participants are selected and limited. But how people can get involved is by contributing to the fundraising target. We're 70% towards our target. So nice. People can go on to GoFundMe, Black Unity Bike Ride Africa, and donate what they can and help the young girls that we're supporting at VIDA's cycling.
Is this going to be like a one-off thing, or you're hoping to do it and make it an annual event of a sort?
Absolutely. We want to make BUBR Africa an annual thing. So this is the first year we've ever done it. It's a very brave thing to do for us, because it's not something we have experience in. But you're right, annually we want to make sure that we're bringing cyclists from the Africa diaspora back to the motherland.
Interesting. Of course, though you're based in Ghana, I'm sure you have a bit of knowledge relative to cycling on the continent in Africa. Well, what will be your assessment of cycling in Africa?
In Africa, I even have a land to build grass track cycling pitch for girls, especially to be riding bicycle over there. I wanted to make it big for international people also to come.
People come
to Ghana and experience our cycling program.
Interesting. That's a very wild vision there, to try and build a huge track so that everybody across the world could come and participate in it. But also, what has been your assessment of cycling on the continent, if you've done any studies?
So this is very new for me. I had the idea of BUBR in 2020. I got into cycling maybe a year before that. I rode from London to Paris.
Wow.
And I also raised money for another charity working with young black kids in London. So for me, it's a very much a steep learning curve. Being introduced to the likes of VIDA and the Gladiator Cycling Club, it's a great opportunity for us to have connections on the continent that are hopefully long-term relationships moving forward.
Interesting there. Well, we just have to wrap up, but just a little overview with the team that is in Ghana. If you can just mention their name and just bring us up to speed with the team that you came with in Ghana, because we know there's a colleague of yours who couldn't join us on set.
Yes,
so just help us familiarize with the team you have.
Yeah, so Cookie's one of the ride leaders from Gladiator Cycling Club. They're an established cycling community in Accra, been going a number of years.
Okay, so that's Cookie on your screens there. We have her on your screens. She's the one, right?
Yes, that's the famous Cookie.
Okay.
So she was one of the key people that made this tour possible. So we have Cookie, we have Mimi, who's part of Blast Tours, and we have Eniton, who will be arriving from London tomorrow.
Interesting. You also have a team that's been working with you. You'd like to just...
Yes, gladiators. Yes, and then the money that they are going to donate for me that 20th goes into the girls' education. Like we pay their school fees, their exercise books, and then their school uniform. Every year we make sure we have that package for them. So that money will go into the girls.
Into the girls.
Yes.
So you're buying exercise books for them, you're buying uniforms for them beyond the time that you spend to train them. That's quite a lot of work there.
Yeah.
And I think is highly commendable. And we hope that you raise your 100% fund. So just go to GoFundMe, and I'm sure you see all of the details there, so you can just go and support the team there. Toxie, thanks very much for coming through. And Vida, thanks very much for coming through. So that's the team, and of course, we'll keep tabs on the tour, and maybe because I'm just looking at just take us through the routes, because I saw.
So we start in Accra, we go out to Cape Coast.
Okay.
Then we go on to Takoradi, and then we make our way back east, up Shy Hills, up to the Volta region side of things.
Interesting. I'll see where I can join. I'm not sure I can do the whole journey, but we'll see where we can join in there. Maybe somewhere in Cape Coast that I join. All right, guys. Thanks very much for coming to the studio, and we'll just continue the news. And it's Sadio Mane who's in the news because he's punched his teammate Leroy Sané, and it was after the game against Manchester City. And Sané started the game against his former side, with Mane coming off the bench for the final 20 minutes, but neither could prevent Bayern from falling to a huge loss, which sees them all but eliminated from the Champions League ahead of the second leg of their quarter-final tie. Late in the game, Bild stated that Sané and Mane had a verbal disagreement on the pitch when a move broke down, and that dispute carried over into the dressing room after the final whistle. Mane is said to have taken issue with how Sané spoke to him on the pitch, and the report even states that the former Liverpool man struck Sané in the face, leaving visible marks on the German's face. Bayern Munich is yet to comment on this very development, and of course we'll bring you up to speed on that when they do. And that's all we have for you on Prime Sports. And in the game between Chelsea and Real Madrid, it has ended 2 goals in favor of Real Madrid. In the game between Napoli and AC Milan was another thriller there, which Napoli sailed through. My name is Razak Musbau, and there's more on myjoyonline.com/sports. Up next is PM Express.
Sports segments was brought to you by
Mender DBS Industries to you.
Let's go to DBS Industries.